Most Western intellectuals, British, French, German, Canadian, American, were pro-Soviet. Stalin said that he was engaged in a great noble experiment for the benefit of all mankind, and they believed him. The primary responsibility for this lay, of course, with Stalin. He began a deliberate campaign of misinforming the West, of suppressing, concealing the facts about the famine as much as possible. This is not surprising. He had good reasons to do so. It was in his own interest to suppress the facts. What is surprising, however, is that institutions in the West, including reputable newspapers, and major Western governments went along with this and helped Stalin, in effect, to conceal the fact that millions of people had died or were dying. Now, when I say major institutions, including newspapers, I have in mind specifically the New York Times, which went along with what Stalin was doing, and whose reporter in Moscow, Walter Duranty, in my view, deliberately misrepresented the facts. I would put it even more strongly. I would say he knowingly lied. Now, another example of this kind of a deliberate cover-up is the British government. I've had an opportunity to study the archival records, and it is clear that in the course of 1933, Whitehall, the British government in London, was informed in great detail about what was going on in Ukraine. British embassy and consular officials in Moscow were sending back detailed dispatches, week by week, day by day, describing ghastly things. It was no secret to people in London, to officials in London, that there was a famine going on, and, as some put it, that perhaps as many as 10 million people had died. The same Whitehall officials who had been receiving these reports about the famine situation and agreeing that they were true, now called this an alleged famine. This was the word they used, alleged famine, and said, sorry, we cannot do anything because we have normal relations with the Soviet Union.